Hey there, I'm Mr. Robert. So it's our second day here in Barra de Navidad and Melake, and we're setting out to explore this incredible beach town. Let's see what kind of adventures wait for us and what kind of beautiful sights and interesting things we can find. So be sure to stick around. If you haven't seen our vlog of our first day here, you definitely should. It's gonna be up here. Without further ado, let's get going and let's see what we can find. That's funny. So Barra de Navidad was so called because in Spanish it basically means like the Christmas sandbar. It's called that because the first Spaniards who visited Barra de Navidad landed on Christmas Day 1540. That's more than 400 years ago. So this place has a lot of history. This gorgeous bay behind me is Barra de Navidad, so Christmas Bay. Just look at this site, you guys. This is perfect time to be here. It's just so breezy. The heat isn't too bad. I mean, but I am also from Monterrey, where you know the temperature is hell, but this is just amazing. We have the beach right here. This huge long stretch of beach. You can just walk to your heart's content, swim, and just lose yourself in the paradise that is Melake and Barra de Navidad. This is the anchorage here in Barra de Navidad. At the other end of the water you can see that there's a restaurant on an island out there among the wetlands. It looks like absolute paradise. I'm gonna inquire as to how one gets all the way out there. Tranquil, placid beaches and palm trees. So Barra de Navidad has a long and distinguished naval history. This was the site of an old Spanish shipyard that was built here in 1540. So this whole anchorage was where the Spanish built their galleons during the 16th century. And Barra de Navidad was also the launching point of many of Spain's most famous voyages of exploration, including the expeditions that crossed the Pacific and reached the Philippines way back in the 16th century, and also some other famous expeditions like the expedition of Juan Rodriguez Cabrillo, which sailed north from here and discovered California. So the first Europeans to ever set foot in Alta California, what is now the state of California in the US. And you can see why the Spanish chose this site. This is a natural harbor in a sea that is otherwise very rough. So perfect place to come and anchor your ships or otherwise build them and launch them. So you can get some of the freshest seafood in the whole Jalisco Coast here in Barra de Navidad. You can see here behind me crates of oysters and all kinds of other shellfish. So tons of fishermen here. I mean, it is 3 fishing villages that are just kind of grew too much for their own good and ended up all enmeshed with each other. So this is an amazing spot if you are really into seafood. So So here behind me we have one of the tour operators here in Barra de Navidad, and you have all these different tours that you can do. Everything from snorkeling in some of the coral reefs around here to fishing and different boat trips that you can do around the lagoon that we saw. So that little section that we saw was only one of the small arms of the whole lagoon. So definitely a fun thing to do here in Barra de Navidad. So we found the spot where you can cross over into that little sand island, those wetlands over there. So there's a guy here that is maintained by the restaurant owners that is on that island over there, and you can actually just get crossed for free as long as you buy something for eating. ¿Tienes el menú? Sí. So here's the menu. Let's see. So it's all kinds of fish, shrimp, and seafood. So, nice touristy thing to do here in Barra de Navidad if you're in the area. Looks like real paradise. Kids are just like running up and down like the place. So we're here at one of the beaches inside the lagoon. The waters are so placid here. Oh my god, look at this. It is like music. It makes like music when the water just comes up. My god, the sound of the shells, the sound of the water gently wafting over the shells is it really surprised me. I've never heard something like this before, and it really does sound need I say more?
Hola, ¿qué tal, amigos? Les saludo Leo de Barra de Navidad, Jalisco. Tenemos esta bonita playa, aquí tenemos la laguna de Barra de Navidad. Contamos con diferentes tipos de actividades como son el snorkel, pesca deportiva, tenemos el paseo en la banana, los sillones, recorremos todo lo que son los manglares, las islas, zona de restaurantes, y pues aquí estamos para servirles.
So Leo just offered to take us around the lagoon, show us around, so it sounds like it's gonna be a fun little outing.
Puedes ir sentado aquí.
Okay.
Si quieres puedes sentarte aquí.
The banana boat here seems like a pretty cool thing to do. If only I had a waterproof camera, I'd probably do it.
Saludos desde Barra de Navidad.
The lagoon is such a placid place to be. Although it's a very hot day, there's a very gentle, nice, cool breeze that is wafting through the lagoon. So it's just absolutely perfect to be out here on the water. Look at this. You can see why the Spanish, way back in the 16th century, would have used this as the perfect anchorage on this side of the coast. ¿Cómo se llama el hotel, Leo? Gran Bahía. So right behind me you have this great hotel, this very luxurious hotel called Gran Bahía, the Great Bay Hotel. Not gonna lie, it looks like a sultan's palace, like right here in Barra de Navidad. Listo. Ya está. Gracias, Leo.
Nos vemos, aquí estamos en Barra de Navidad, estamos para servirles.
Remember, if you're here in Barra de Navidad at the beach, ask for Leo. Real friendly guy. People here in Barra de Navidad are just so friendly. In the Jalisco Coast in general, super friendly people. You can do kayak here too, which is perfect for the placid waters of the lagoon. As you just saw, you can see all the hidden sights and get your exercise in at the same time. This monument here behind me here at the Malecon commemorates the 400th anniversary of the launching of the expedition, the Spanish expedition that reached the Philippines from Mexico. So this is where they left from. So you can just imagine those galleons just making their way out to sea and just westward towards the Philippines. So just kind of a test to how connected this tiny little fishing town was to the greater world even 400 years ago, which is amazing to think about. So the fishermen were telling me that they find the oysters in the rocks here at the jetties, and they take a screwdriver and they just start tapping away at it until it just falls off and they put it into their pouch. Or otherwise, they also find octopus here hidden among the rocks. So that's kind of what they're fishing for. That guy had a sack full of octopus and a big pouch full of oysters, so he said he had a good work day so far. This has got to be the best view of Bahia de Navidad that I've seen so far. You just get a sense of the scale and immensity of this natural harbor here on the Pacific Mexican coast. The waters are all jade and turquoise, different shades according to the different depths. A little more turquoise towards the shore and turning progressively a deeper jade as you go further out to sea. So, what a beautiful sight. You can see all kinds of tropical fish down there. I'm seeing, oh my god, these like little blue critters just going around. Yellow angelfish. I mean, the lens can't really capture it. It's just so far like down there. I cannot just see it with my own eyes. But I can also see like these huge blue pufferfish, porcupine fish, and crabs, and it just seems like this is an ocean that is just absolutely teeming with life. I really wish I was monetized so I could get a GoPro and just like dive in. So we're out here at the lighthouse point at the end of the Malecon. So this is the light that guides all the different ships out from sea back through the canal here and into the lagoon and the sheltered waters here behind us. It's the start of hurricane season, so this is more important than ever, I would say, and the sheltered waters too, for sure. I can see a fisherman way out there in the distance, hand paddling on his boat and fishing. It's just so tranquil and placid and authentic here, you know, like that's something that I really love about Melaque and Barra de Navidad. I really feel like it doesn't feel like invaded by the outside world at all. It feels like it has always just kind of been this very paradisiac life here. I'm really enjoying my time here. I'm actually really surprised by how good of a time I'm actually having. right by the Malecon, you have all these different souvenir stands in this long street with tons of restaurants and bars with really cool beachside sea views. You can get a hat here to not melt into the pavement, as it's everything but Christmas in Christmas Bay. Just tons of little businesses, tons of little shops. You don't really see any chains or big brands here. You're seeing just hola, buenas tardes. You're seeing all kinds of like little shops, mom and pop like establishments, and just kind of very artisanal stuff all around, which adds to the overall like authentic flavor and vibe to everything. And we are back at the presidential suite. For now, I would love and be super grateful if you could smash that subscribe button, follow us on our adventures, become a part of this burgeoning travel community, and join me as I share all of these different stories, people, places, and things with you to captivate your imagination and just get you out the door. Remember to like this video, subscribe to our channel, drop a comment, say hi. Love all of you guys. Thank you for being a part of this journey. So until the next adventures, adios amigos. Keep on rambling and roving. Stay safe.